Time for the local business spotlight on City News 570.
And we are joined this morning by our friend Faisal Susiwala, broker of record with RE/MAX Twin City. Faisal Susiwala Realty. Good morning, Faisal.
Morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you.
Great to hear it. So let's start by talking about our real estate market. I just saw a headline the other day that makes me ask questions again, Faisal. What are things looking like out there?
You know, I'll tell you, the market seems to be in balance right now. We're seeing some confidence back in the market. Even though we had a rate hike last week, the long-term rates are stable or actually coming down. So it's just a variable that's been affected. So I see some consumer confidence back into the market. We're certainly seeing multiple offers hitting the market, and the levels of inventory are still low. So we might be gearing up for a pretty positive spring.
All right. One of the other things I wanted to talk with you about today is title insurance, because we've heard of some fraud and scams occurring where fraudsters have sold homes that did not actually belong to them. How is this happening?
Well, it seems to be a complex ring to create these scams or frauds. But, you know, first of all, what is title insurance? So it's a policy that protects residential or commercial property owners and their lenders against losses related to property, title, or ownership. So title is what's given to you when you take ownership of a property. And a lot of people don't realize, because maybe they didn't have a mortgage on their home or they didn't require title insurance, they don't realize that they're actually unprotected from these scams or fraudsters that are out there. So title insurance is extremely important to have.
Can anyone get it?
Absolutely. So whether you are buying a new home, a resale home, or you have an existing home that you've owned for, say, 30 or 40 years, and this is very important for seniors especially. So what it actually covers for a one-time premium is unknown title defects, so issues that prevent you from having clear ownership of that property, existing liens against the property that the previous owner had, maybe unpaid debts from utilities, from mortgages, property taxes, condo fees, so all kinds of things that may have been slipped through the cracks that wasn't caught, that would be covered. Encroachment issues, so, you know, a structure on your property that needs to be removed because it's on your neighbor's property. So, for example, a shed that was built 2 feet over into a neighbor's property. As long as it was not known at the time of purchase, your title insurance will cover that. But most importantly, title fraud. And what title fraud is, it's a form of real estate fraud that harms individuals and their lenders by typically fraudsters using stolen information or forged documents to transfer the home's title. Now, it's sophisticated. There may be, you know, other professionals involved in allowing this to happen. But during COVID, with DocuSign and not meeting your lawyer in person and not getting the verifications, a lot of, programs are available to create false identities and that type of thing, and it may have slipped through the cracks. So if you don't already have title insurance, I recommend highly that you reach out to your solicitor and ask them, A, is my home title insured? And if it's not, how do I get that?
So that makes me think then, you said if you don't have it, you should ask that question. Does this mean we can get it anytime? I mean, it sounds like something we should get at point of sale, but does it matter when we get it?
No, I was speaking to a client that's owned a property for 45 years. Title insurance was not a thing at that point. Their home has been paid off for 35 years. And I suggested to them to contact their lawyer immediately, get title insurance. And for the cost, it's a one-time premium. And it can range between $500 to maybe $1,000, depending on the value of your home and depending on whether or not you have a mortgage on the home. It's a no-brainer. For that amount of insurance, you are covered against someone registering a mortgage against your home and taking that money and running away with it. So absolutely reach out to your lawyers and get title insurance on your property at any time.
It is great advice, as always. Faisal, thank you for joining the show today.
My pleasure. Have a great day.
Faisal Susiwala is a broker of record with RE/MAX Twin City. Faisal Susiwala Realty.
The local business spotlight, where your business comes first on City News 570.